welcome back to the ZK Sports Show. I took a break last week, one because I had high school graduation stuff, so I'm becoming a college student now, so very excited for that. Two, I spent lots of time with family last week. I saw my brother, saw my grandparents, and just wanted to spend time with them. And there really wasn't too much interesting sports news. Like, yeah, I could have done the NHL or NBA finals that are going on right now, but I decided that, hey, I'm just going to take a break. Don't feel like doing this. This takes a long process. But anyway, let's get into our first story. So our first story is, this is from the New York Times. Don't really agree with that. So it's come out that Deshaun Watson has had at least like 66 women who did massages for him for like 17 months, as it says here. Watson met at least 66 women for massages over a 17-month period, far more than previously known. I thought it was like 24 or something, but it's just coming and coming out. There's more cases of this coming out. So it continues to read, more than 24 women have said that the football star Deshaun Watson harassed or assaulted them during massage appointments. So then again, this has been sort of still developing, but it's very insane how this scandal has gone down, how Watson's been handled. But it's just 66 women.
Execute Order 66.
66? How are you being accused of 60? How are 66 women accusing you? I don't get it. So this article says examination records including depositions, evidence for civil lawsuits, as well as interviews of some women showed that Watson engaged in more than questionable behavior than previously known. So this is the information they got. And the Texans actually are serving as kind of like a defense attorney for Watson, so they're doing that. And Texans did not respond to the questions about Watson's use of team resources. They said a statement first how the allegations him in March of 2021. I've cooperated with his investigations and will continue to do so. Spokesman for Browns said the team had no immediate comments, so Browns are being very quiet. Texans are starting to talk about this, so here it continues. Watson has said publicly that he hired about 40 different massage therapists across his 5 seasons in Houston, but the Times reporting found out he booked about appointments with at least 66 women during a 17 months from fall 2019 through spring 2021. 2 additional women speak publicly for the first time was only seeking professional massage therapy. One woman did not sue Watson, complained to police. Sometimes that he was persistent in his request for sexual acts during the massage, including begging her to put her mouth on his special thing, because I can't say that. So I think down here, yeah. So this is his behavior and stuff that he's got into. So civil lawsuit, new allegations, Browns response, test for the NFL. So that all kind of jazz. So here is the kind of thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing. You can pause. I'll read some of it, actually. At least 4 therapists from Genuine Touch, massage therapist group, contacted the Texans. So as you can see, I highlighted right there. So this is a Q&A. This is what they said. You can pause it. I also will leave a link in the article in the description below, so you guys can check this out. When you're done. This is screenshots, as you see right here. His defense is he's trying to support black businesses, which is okay, you know. But there's more Q&A, stuff like this. This is a detailed article about this and trying to expose Watson. In my opinion, I think good luck to Deshaun Watson in your defense. I'm not sure if he's gonna get away with this stuff. So, yeah, I think Watson's career might be over at this point. I'm not sure if he's ever going to touch a football again. Alright, so the next story is Jack Del Rio. He got fined $100,000 for comments on the U.S. Capitol invasion, and as well as he compared it to the kind of quote-unquote protests. I call it riots. of the George Floyd after his death. So they have fined the defense. There's a video up here which I'll play in a little bit. Washington Commanders have fined the defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio $100,000 after his comments earlier in the week that referred to the event of January 6, 2021, U.S. Capitol, a dust-up, and compared the day to the riots, looting, burning during the protests of summer of 2020. Statement. So Ron Rivera has said something about this. And here's that video I mentioned before.
I think we all as Americans have the right to express ourselves, especially if you're being respectful. I'm being respectful. I just asked a simple question. Really, let's get right down to it. What did I ask? A simple question. Why are we not looking into those things? If we're going to talk about it, why are we not looking into those things? Because it's kind of hard for me to say I can realistically look at it. I see the images on TV. People's livelihoods are being destroyed. Businesses are being burned down. No problem. And then we have a dust-up at the Capitol. Well, there's nothing burned down. And we're not going to talk about, we're going to make that a major deal. I just think it's kind of two standards. And if we apply the same standard and we're going to be reasonable with each other, let's have a discussion. That's all it was.
All right, so that is Jack Del Rio on his thing. So I think I agree with him on that. Why can't we just talk about it? We live in a different United States where we're kind of censoring a lot of information, in my opinion. So fine money. Okay, this part gets me right here. So the fine money will be donated to the U.S. Capitol Police Memorial. The Capitol riot left more than 100 police officers and 5 police officers serving at the Capitol January 6 died afterwards. That is a lie perpetrated by the media. So what the media is saying is they're saying that, there's more than 100 officers. They also defended it. Would love to understand the whole story about why the summer riots, looting, burning, and destruction a person probably never discussed. # common sense. Yeah, I don't get why they don't discuss that. I'm going to put a screenshot of a CNN reporter saying fiery but mostly peaceful protest. I'm putting that on the screen right now so you can see that. Because there was. Now, I'm not saying that there wasn't any peaceful. I think there was, but most of them didn't do it correctly. Like, the stuff I saw is like, they're not peacefully protesting. They're probably just going out and just using this as an excuse to loot and stuff. So, sadly, he had to apologize because we can't express ourselves. I think that this is such bullcrap how he can't express himself, because we have athletes that are able to express themselves. We have lots of people that are able to. And we're kind of moving to a kind of left-leaning system, because most sports media today are left-leaning. Anyway, my thought is, like, I'm not a fan of politics, you know. I hate politics. I look into politics. I have my opinions, as you can see right there, but I hate talking about it because politics, whenever people speak about it, it's like someone gets angry, someone gets offended. So that is my thought right there. Alright, so next up I decided, you know what, I'm just going to talk about hockey. I have not mentioned the NHL playoffs. We have the Eastern Conference Final. So we have last night we saw Thursday's win 3-1. I watched it a little bit. So Rangers first took a lead by Mikhail Skorchev snaps a shot with the blue line, 150 remaining. So he scored with the Rangers up 1-0. Then it was Sergachev, incredibly active throughout Game 5, scored the game-tying goal to contest 1-1. A Lightning defenseman shot one through the legs of the Rangers forward, Kevin Rooney. He got past Sergachev. Sergachev had just 4 assists throughout the entire postseason. The veteran defenseman finished Thursday's pivot contest with a goal and assist. So they won 3-1, as you can see there. Goals by defensemen, goals by some forwards to give them a 3-2 lead in the series. And I think the Lightning are going to win it out. The Lightning, big favorites. Lightning are big favorites. 1.85 differential in Game 6 at home, and now minus 500. Stanley covers the Colorado Avalanche. I can definitely see the Lightning winning. I'm definitely seeing them. So you saw there, the Rangers led the series 2-0. Lightning are battling back to 3-2. If the Lightning win, then they go on to win the series. So as you can see there, Lightning's may not have the best opening frame in Game 5, but they kicked up their game a notch over the next 40 minutes. It didn't allow the Rangers to create a single high-danger shot and attempt in the second period on 5-on-5. So here are the giveaways for the Rangers right here, with every player having at least one exception: Bradley Surger, Chris Kreider, Flip Drew, and Ryan Lindgren. You have the other percentage of goals shared. So Mika Zibanejad matched up against Antti Corella. So this is all their picks by the experts, and I agree with most of these stuff. So we have that going in, and that is that story. My opinion, Lightning going to the finals, going to the Stanley Cup. The next story up is the LIV Golf situation. So the LIV Golf Invitational, it's where it's kind of like a Saudi Arabia kind of golf tournament. And it's many golfers have been actually kicked out of PGA for going in. 17 golfers. So it's not a good look for the PGA, in my opinion. So names like Sergio Garcia, Brandon Groh, Dustin Johnson, Marty Kellmeyer, Grayson McDowell, Lewis. Let me highlight the names. Lewis Ulsey, Turk Bed, Charles Schwartz, and Lee Westwood are kind of the major names. More major names: Taylor Gooch, Matt Jones, Phil Mickelson, Andy Oltre, Ian Poulter, Hudson Swatter, and Peter Uliff are all competing in this. And so you can see there, I think why it could be so controversial is just Saudi Arabia is just a shady country in the West perspective. They have oil businesses, they have a pretty huge influence on oil and stuff, and oil exports. So that's kind of why it's kind of causing this huge controversy. It's also players signed contracts with the PGA, and it's kind of like breaking their contracts, to say, for the and them signing to LIV. It's breaking their contract. And this also reminds me of a situation back years ago where a MMA game came out, wasn't licensed by the UFC, and Dana White said any fighters that would register for that game, they would be like bans from the UFC. So that's what this situation reminds me of. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And yes, that is going to be all for today. Hope to see you guys next time. Anyway, I'll see you soon.